We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Marlon Mack ready to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Now Wentz. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. To return it is Mack, and he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Wentz's throw complete here to Doyle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. 180. I'm coming for you. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah, it was good. My fault.
Wentz
Mike was muted.
And that is
Yeah, I can.
incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before.
Damn, he got a fucking pass off. I wasn't ready.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. On play action, Wentz. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in that
Carson
win over
Wentz, yeah.
Detroit.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnover each and every week, and they carried it out.
Maybe not. I don't know. I lied like a motherfucker right there. I forgot to put my fucking hardwire in.
A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive.
Nah, I stopped. It was like right when you joined it, like lag spike.
2nd and 8 coming up. The last
He led.
run good for 2. Here's
Why does everything I always happen to me? And he gets a first down out of it.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Still weak part of my fucking defense, yo. Is the run.
Starting to prep those MVP ballots. You wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100+ in this one in order to stay in that race.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give to Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line...
Touchdown! That's caught. T.Y. Hilton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good.
Ain't no time in the game.
The extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to
Tampa Bay in fucking June play. You guys, June just need that boost of confidence. You feel me?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Murray now on 1st down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Murray. And this one caught by Beasley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Yeah, the only bad thing about this dude. No, I'm not playing the CPU. I'm playing against someone.
They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated.
I didn't think he was going to go up. I thought they were going to come down and try to pick me up.
And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay.
You know, I don't even care about this game, yo. I'm just trying to get more touches so he can get an ability or something.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Yeah.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, And he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz looking deep for Hilton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Ready to go with their next drive. The Cardinal offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Murray going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On play action, it's Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Fucking Sham Dottie Part 2.
And the lead is up to 8.
It was good. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have his shirt.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination, but they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now Wentz again. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Not much there, only a yard.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Wentz on third down. And he'll find Pittman. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Grade 15, grade 15. Oh, yeah, and here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz being chased out left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now Murray off play action. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I'm going to come back to you. 58's the mic, 58.
Murray now. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On first down, Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's brought down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Hines. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 34. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They run once more with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop. On second down now. It's Hines. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2.
I got you.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Sports.
Omaha. Let's go, Heavy.
Play fake. Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Man, I got you.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down at 4.
Focus, defense, focus.
Draw play, Edmonds. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Play action. Now it's Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Prater for the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make this a second down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Taken in by Pascal out left. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know many people like to throw to
it happens, bro. Happens to the best of us.
He creates mismatches with his size, but slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll check this down to Hines. And he is going to have a Colts first.
Damn, I didn't think the ball crossed.
5 on 3rd and 4. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a play fake. Wentz. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy,
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cardinals extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for two. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now the Cardinals yet again lining up for the two-point try. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Rodgers on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Pascal. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Back to throw it. Murray.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Flush to his right.
Give me that ball, defense.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cardinals, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Colts, Their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.